If you're using Instagram or Facebook as your website, then I'm sorry to tell you, but you're running your business on rented land. In today's short, value-packed episode, we're going to cover over why half of the small businesses out there are still using social media platforms as their website or don't even have an online presence, and why that is a problem in their growth of their business. We're going to include things to think about if you are looking at getting a website, and we're also going to cover over the obvious and not so obvious points of why not having a website is actually very detrimental to the growth of your business. Hope you enjoy. So before we get into it, what is wrong with using social media or your Facebook page or your Instagram page as a sole web presence or to replace a website? We see this all the time from small businesses, from contractors to beauticians to nail salon owners, where they will have maybe a link in their bio and they go to a third-party platform that isn't their own website, or it goes to their social media platform where they take bookings via messages or even via comments. So why is this a problem? So number one is the algorithm of these social media platforms could change overnight. If you have everything on Instagram, you promote, you take bookings, you run paid ads, you're building your website and growing your website on a single strut. And if that strut no longer exists, then the business comes crashing down. So you need to diversify, you need to acquire customers through word of mouth, good quality websites, paid ads, multiple different social media platforms, flyers. You don't need to do them all to a great extent, but you cannot rely on one singular platform to sustain the growth and management of your business. And reason number two is trust. If you were going to go to a new city and you were going to get your nails done, for example, are you going to trust the business with a beautiful website that display their reviews, that have good quality pictures, or are you going to trust the business that just posts on one social media platform, if you can even find them? And the reality is, data shows that 70% of people will check out the website of a business before they make a purchasing decision. If that data alone doesn't convince you that you need to get a website for your business, then I don't know what will. So there's obviously a reason why small business owners don't have a website. It may be cost, lack of tech skills, not even knowing where to start. I'm going to cover over a couple of these points in today's video very shortly. But let's go through the pros of having a website. There's probably some that you didn't even think about. So we've already talked about why not to. We wanted to diversify so our business isn't bouncing on a single strut, and we wanted to build trust, meaning if our customers see our brand and they want to purchase or use our service, if they do check out our website online, we actually have a website to show them. Now on top of that, having a website will help you get found by more people, especially if you're a local business. You absolutely need to have a Google business profile, which is Google's version of a listing, and to make sure that listing performs the best it can and shows as high as it can, you want to have a website supporting it as well. Now the next pro is SEO. Now SEO, or search engine optimization, is what Google uses to learn and understand a website before it decides who they show it to. So if I came on and I searched for nail salon near me or nail salon in Leeds, Google understands the content on the website, if it's well structured and it's done correctly, and it knows to show you good quality and trusted salons in Leeds with good reviews, good authority, and a good quality website. Because Google isn't going to show them a bad website with no security or poor performance issues, meaning I could be waiting 10 minutes for a picture to load. Google is not going to show that to its users. So search engine optimization is very important in your website. And here are the two main areas of SEO that you need to focus on to ensure that you get found by more people on the search engines. Number one is on-page SEO. So the images, they want to be in a web-friendly format such as WebP instead of any heavy image format. Another example of on-page SEO would be your text or your copy. If people often search nail salon in Leeds, then you want dotted throughout your website the keyword nail salons in Leeds. So this means Google knows to show your website to people searching that keyword phrase. Second one is technical SEO. Now this means following good practices to make sure that your site is safe, it's crawlable. So crawling is something that Google does, where it sends off these thousands of little spiders, imaginary spiders of course, and it will crawl your website. It will follow the different links to different pages, and it will gather a very, very deep understanding of every single page, every single inch of your website. So you need to make sure that the links are correct between pages, because if you click on a button and there's no page for it to go to, and it goes to a 404 page or an error page because you haven't created that page for your website, and that's a big problem because Google doesn't want its users clicking on buttons that will take them nowhere, or nowhere with any value at least. This means Google is not likely to show your website to many people because there's problems on the technical SEO side of things. So next we're going to talk about converting website visitors into customers. If you use Instagram, for example, you don't have much customization. They have one call to action, which might be the link in the bio, but when it comes to a website, you can fully customize the journey, tell a story, display your brand, show them why they should trust you over your competitors, and you can really nurture that customer in your own way until they click the call to action button or they submit a form which might go to your email. And then let's take this conversion part a step further. You can take payment, make bookings, all without you having to be back and forth on Messenger, on Instagram or on Facebook. Okay, so next let's take a look at cost versus ROI. Now let's say you sell a one-off £50 service. Let's go for a nail technician example. Now a big thing that small business owners don't understand is lifetime value of a customer, and they judge, let's say, the cost of a website on, okay, well if it converts me one customer a month and I'm paying £50 a month for that website, it's just going to break even or even lose me money. But that's not the case. If you think about your lifetime value of a customer, that customer could show up once through your website, they can book in, you provide a fantastic service, and they come back. For a nail salon example, I know my wife, she gets her nails done twice a month, spending £30 to £50 a time, meaning the lifetime value of acquiring that customer is far more than just a one-off £50 booking they made at the start. So if on your website you only converted one customer per month at £50, or even if your website costs you £100 a month, you would need customer one on month one, which pays you £50, so you lose £50 there. They're going to come back again next month because your product is so good, and then the following month you get another customer. So now you're making £100 a month from those two customers that your website has provided you. So you break even on month 2, you're still minus 50 from month 1, but month 3 you break even, month 4 you're in profit, and that's only if you get one customer per month. And I can guarantee you, if you focus on SEO and you build a good quality website, or you get a good quality website, you will be getting far more customers than one a month. Okay, so let's bust some myths. First one is, oh, I've been running for 20 years and I've done well enough. Okay, well now we're looking at, are you a hobbyist that so happens to run a business, or you enjoy what you do, you're not focused too much on scaling the business and handing it down to the kids or selling it eventually, and you just enjoy running your business and you've enjoyed it for 20 years, then perfect. There's no rush or need to get a website, although I bet your customers would find it far more convenient being able to book with you via a website. Anyway, I've been running for 20 years, I don't need a website. If you want to take a next step, let's say you want to franchise your business, or you want to start acquiring more customers, or you want to start advertising your business, then having that hub where you collect the customer's data, having that hub where people can come and check you out and then come back to your social media pages, that hub where people can gain trust in your product and your service, or even a place where they can just read exactly what you do, then a website is a logical next step. And what got you here isn't necessarily going to get you there. Having a website and taking your online presence a little bit more seriously is what's going to allow you to step up your online presence and allow your business to be found far easier. Okay, next one is, I've got Facebook or I've got Instagram. Why do I need a website? It doesn't show up on Google. We've already covered 70% of people check the search engines, check Google, look for a website before they commit to a purchase decision. Okay, it's too expensive. Maybe 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, yes, there weren't many feasible or cheap options. It was a big investment. However, nowadays, there are platforms where you can build your website within minutes and host it for as much as a Netflix subscription. And Netflix definitely isn't growing your business. If you budgeted 50, 60, 80 pounds per month aside to allocate to a website, then you can build it in minutes, host it online, and gaining you a whole lot of trust and credibility. The other side of the coin is, yes, you can pay an agency thousands, 10,000, 20,000 to build it. But realistically, going from no website to a £50,000 website isn't necessarily the best step. I would definitely suggest, if you don't have a website, you can use one of the platforms such as Selfish Plug, Chorus.io, or any of the other drag and drop tools or do-it-yourself tools to get online and build yourself your own website in minutes. And for Chorus.io's example, it's supported by AI, meaning you can just have a discussion with AI and they'll build exactly what you envision. Again, all for the price of your monthly coffee bill. And look, ultimately, if you went on Google, the most popular search platform out there, or on ChatGPT or any of the AI platforms, and you searched your business niche, so for example, nail salon in your area, will you show up? And if you don't have a website, the likely scenario is you won't show up. And if you can't find your business, then your potential customers won't either, and they'll fall into the hands of your competitor. And the scary question is, how much are you losing from not having a website? So let me help you fix the problem. If you search chorus.io, I'll pop the link on the screen, or check out my t-shirt, and you use TOM50 at checkout, all lowercase, TOM50, then you're going to get 50% off for the next 3 months. Meaning you can finally get that website, you can use AI to get it done in minutes, and the Chorus.io team are on deck ready to help you with any of your problems. The support is fantastic and they never take more than 24 hours to get back to you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you get yourself a website for your business to grow faster and provide a better product for your customers. I'll see you in the next video.